Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Have you ever heard that? Sometimes people think if they find something, it belongs to them and they get to keep it. That's not always the case. Let's read about Jamaica. Jamaica's Find by Juanita Havill. Illustrations by Anne Sibley O'Brien. Jamaica's Find. When Jamaica arrived at the park, there was no one there. It was almost supper time, but she still had a few minutes to play. She sat in a swing, pushed off with her toes, and began pumping. It was fun not to have to watch out for the little ones who always ran in front of the swings. Then she climbed up the slide. There was a red sock hat on the top of the slide. As she climbed up the ladder steps, she took it for a ride. She slid down so fast that she fell in the sand and lay flat on her back. When she rolled over to get up, she saw a stuffed dog beside her. It was a cuddly gray dog, a little worn from a lot of hugging. All over it was faded food and grass stains. Its button nose must have fallen off. There was a round white spot in its place. 2 black ears hung from its head. Jamaica put the dog in her bicycle basket. She took the hat into the park house and gave it to the young man at the counter. The first thing her mother said when Jamaica came in the door was, "Where did you get that dog from?" "The park. I stopped to play on the way home," Jamaica said. "I found someone's red hat and took it to the lost and found." "But Jamaica, you should have returned the dog too," said her mother. Then she said, "I'm glad you returned the hat." "It didn't fit me," Jamaica said. "Maybe the dog doesn't fit you either," her mother said. "I like the dog," said Jamaica. "Don't put that silly dog on the table," Jamaica's brother said. "You don't know where it came from. It isn't very clean, you know," her father said. "Not in the kitchen, Jamaica," her mother said. Jamaica took the dog to her room. She could hear her mother say, "It probably belongs to a little girl just like Jamaica." After dessert, Jamaica went to her room very quietly. She held the dog up and looked at it closely. Then she tossed it on a chair. "Jamaica," her mother called from the kitchen, "have you forgotten? It's your turn to dry the dishes." "Do I have to, Mother? I don't feel good," Jamaica answered. Jamaica heard the pots rattle. Then she heard her mother's steps. Her mother came in quietly, sat down by Jamaica, and looked at the stuffed dog, which lay alone on the chair. She didn't say anything. After a while, she put her arms around Jamaica and squeezed her for a long time. "Mother, I want to take the dog back to the park," Jamaica said. "We'll go first thing in the morning," her mom replied. Jamaica ran to the park house and plopped the stuffed dog on the counter. "I found this by the slide," she said to the young man. "Oh, hi, aren't you the girl who gave me the hat last night?" "Yes," said Jamaica, feeling hot around her ears. I think she probably knew she should have taken the dog too. "You sure do find a lot of things. I'll put it on the lost and found shelf." Jamaica stood watching him. "Is that all?" he asked. "You didn't find anything else, did you?" "No, that's all." She stayed to watch him put the dog on a shelf behind him. "I'm sure some little girl or boy will come in after it today, a nice little dog like that," the young man said. Jamaica ran outside. She didn't feel like playing alone. There was no one at the park but her mother, who sat on a bench. Then Jamaica saw a girl and her mother cross the street to the park. "Hi, I'm Jamaica. What's your name?" she said to the girl. The girl let go of her mother's hand. "Kristen," she said. "Do you want to climb the jungle gym with me, Kristen?" Jamaica asked. Kristen ran toward Jamaica. "Yes, but I have to find something first." "What?" asked Jamaica. Kristen was bending under the slide. "What did you lose?" asked Jamaica. "Edgar dog. I brought him with me yesterday and now I can't find him," Kristen answered. Was he kind of gray with black ears? Jamaica couldn't help from shouting. "Come along with me!" The young man in the park house looked over the counter at the two girls. "Now what have you found?" he asked Jamaica. But this time Jamaica didn't drop anything onto the counter. Instead, she smiled her biggest smile. "I found the girl who belongs to that stuffed dog." Jamaica was almost as happy as Kristen, who took Edgar dog in her arms and gave him a big welcome back hug. So Jamaica learned that it wasn't finders keepers, losers weepers, but when you help somebody else, then it makes you happy too. You have a good day, and I'll see you again soon.